Hey everyone, so today's video is a little bit different to what I normally do. I'm going to be talking about a book, but I'm talking about a book in the context of a future adaptation. It has been rumoured, and I have to thank Doctor Who Fanfool for sending me a link about this. I will put the link that I received in the below bar, along with Doctor Who Fanfool's YouTube link. It has been rumoured that Tim Burton is to turn this into a film adaptation. This is Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children by Ransom, and I thought, right, I'm going to read it because it'll be the first time that Tim Burton will not be introducing me to something. I can read it, and then if he does it, I can go on to watch it. Now, I am stressing that I don't know if it's confirmed. It is on IMDb, but it's only on IMDb Pro. There's no official information about this yet, so it is just a big rumour, but I think it could be true, and I'm looking forward to it. So yeah, I thought I'd get it out and give it a read and see what it's like, and the verdict is very good. I think the title kind of gives away most of the Tim Burton elements for this. When I heard the title, I was like, yeah, that sounds like it could be a Tim Burton film. The plot is a little bit slow to progress. The first maybe 100 pages were interesting, but I didn't think they were in Tim Burton style. But then once Jacob gets to Wales, which I'll talk about in a moment, I thought, yes, that's it. This is Tim Burton's film. He's going to do this, and he's going to do it marvellously. Jacob has to travel from America to Wales, to a little kind of derelict Ireland in Wales, I guess, to find out what his grandfather meant, because his grandfather's dying last words were a bit of a riddle, a bit of a mystery. And this riddle was connected to the fairy stories that his grandfather used to tell Jacob as a child, and these stories were about his grandfather's time in the children's home, because his grandfather Abe was sent to Wales from Poland during the Second World War. But when Jacob grew up, he thought that these fairy stories were just that, fairy stories. But he goes to Wales to find the children's home anyway, and what he finds there to begin with is a bit disappointing. And then we get to page 100, and it's bang! His grandfather's stories are just everywhere, and it's so exciting. And I'm not going to say any more about it, and I'm not going to say how they're there, because there's a big reveal, which is about the turning point. And when I read the big reveal about what had happened to the children's home, my jaw hit the floor. I was not expecting that, and from that point on, it was just the pace quickened, the characters started to develop at a much more appealing pace, and the weirdness started to happen, and that's where Tim Burton's directing will come in and make it very useful. In terms of the novel, what makes this a lot more interesting to read is the fact that you have the addition of these images. This is one of them. This is one of the characters, and I'll show you the one from the back as well. So I think just looking at these, I hope you can see them properly. You can kind of see, yeah, Tim Burton's going to do quite a lot with this. Visually, when you're reading it, it's nice to have these added pictures, because Jacob will have a picture in his hand, and he will talk about this picture in the novel. And then we will turn over the page, and the picture will be there. So it's like visual reading. It's like a picture book for adults. It is a general fiction book. And it's just brilliant. It's absolutely fantastic. So, first of all, thank you to Doctor Who Fanfool for just introducing me to this text in the first place. I hadn't heard of it. Very delighted that I've now read it. And I'm really hoping the rumours about this are true, because it's not just... The same with every Tim Burton movie. It's not just this big... Well, I say every. Same with most of Tim Burton's films. It's not just a big freak fest, you know. It's not just somewhere where I can lose my mind. It's not somewhere where I can just feel like I'm at home. Most of Tim Burton's films, while quite psychedelic, do have a more serious undertone, and because this is connected with the Second World War, you can approach it from a psychological perspective, and look at things in a different light, as opposed to it just being a bit of a crazy story, you know. So there's a lot going on there. It's very deep if you want it to be, but if you just want it as a bit of an intense, almost harrowing read, sometimes I got a little bit scared, I have to admit that. If you just want it as a fun read, it can be that. If you want to look deeper, you can do that, and I think that'll be wonderful as a film. Fingers crossed the rumours are true. Do go and read it. Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children by Ransom. You're gonna love it. It's one of the best books I've ever read. It's really, really exciting, very original, very unique. Let me know your thoughts, and I'll see you all next time. Bye!